Well, what's up guys, this is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and we're on a little field trip today. We're in Whitesboro, Texas. Not in Oklahoma, we're in Texas. Just, it is what it is. But anyway, so one of the biggest questions I get asked all the time is, what do you feed your goats? And in the wintertime, I add a supplemental molasses protein tub, and I've fed those for years. Well, I had a company reach out to me that makes molasses tubs. It's called QLF. It's Quality Liquid Feeds. They make a lot of different products, but they make a all-purpose tub that's mostly fed to cattle producers. And those big tubs, what I'm talking about, is like what we grow, like what Leon and I grow and use for our self-wicking tubs. Well, this is the product that goes in those tubs originally. So we're gonna go tour the factory. Got cars going by everywhere. We're gonna tour the factory and talk to the guys here. They make a lot of products for cattle, but they also make a lot of products for deer. I brought my lovely assistant today. Yep, you're excited to tour the factory, aren't you?
I am, so pumped.
This is your kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So here with Steven from QLF. I'm gonna let Steven kind of explain what they do here, what they make here. This is not a new business. Steven's made a lot of products in the past, a lot of deer products they produce for other companies, and have moved into these molasses tubs for livestock. So tell us about it. What's a molasses tub? What's it for?
First, I'm Stephen Lowe's. I'm the small block division manager for Quality Liquid Feeds. Quality Liquid Feeds has been in business for over 40 years, and we're innovators in liquid feed supplements and low moisture blocks, which is what a molasses block is. A low moisture tub is exactly that. We're cooking molasses and we're cooking off the moisture to develop a low consumption, and that's what a low moisture cook block is. We manufacture blocks for all livestock, sheep and goats, equine, and then my specialty is the deer side of the business for the small blocks.
So like I said earlier, and you've seen in previous videos if you followed us, I've fed molasses tubs for my goats for years. I met Steven at our meet and greet last year, or I guess earlier this year, at Leon's, and he said, hey man, we make tubs. What kind of tubs are you feeding? I was like, whatever I can buy at the feed store. He said, we need to come down and tour the factory and look how, check it out, see how these things are made and what goes into them. And so they do, like I said, an all-purpose tub for livestock plus wildlife stuff. So we're going to get some little blocks to put in front of our game cameras for deer, and some tubs for our goats. So the factory is not in production today. It would be a loud, crazy mess out here, but you can see everything's on conveyor belts. If you guys want to see a factory tour of how these tubs are made, let me know in the comment section down below. They said we may be able to come back on another day when they're in full production, but there are thousands of these tubs made. I mean, these tubs are just stacked everywhere waiting to be filled, and they have warehouse after warehouse in the back. We'll go show you all that. They're loading semis, multiple semis daily, so it's a big operation.
And I know it's just a part of the process, but our dries are mixed in a 4-ton mixer. They're sent overhead into our dry bins, and the molasses is then mixed with those dries, which is protein, vitamin, and minerals. This is Ignite 25 multi-species tub, and it's a cooked molasses block, which basically consists of molasses in the dry side, which I think in a 200-pound tub is close to 70 pounds of dries. It'll be your proteins and your vitamin and mineral packs. But this is a 25% all natural multi-species tub.
So I do have a question for you.
Sure.
What is the benefit? Why would someone want to feed a molasses tub versus just going out and buying a bag of grain and feeding grain?
The biggest advantage is cost. Cost of feeding that livestock per head per day. It's a low consumption block. The way that a low moisture block works is you're feeding the molasses to the rumen microbes. The rumen microbes are breaking down your forage or your hay, and specifically in the wintertime. I know right now in some parts of the country there's drought, forage quality changes. But what you're doing is those microbes are breaking down that forage that you're feeding them, and the cost to feed is lower on a low moisture block.
So on a tub or a block, as you call them, there's the way they're made. It kind of limits the animal and how much they're going to consume per day. But
Correct.
You're feeding the gut, so you're basically feeding the microorganisms that help break down the forage and the grass and the hay or whatever else your animals are getting.
That's absolutely correct. Our process is basically to reduce the moisture in the block, or low moisture blocks. We're cooking out the moisture, so your limiter in feeding a block is how hard we're cooking that block. Now obviously we want a certain intake level on the livestock,
Yeah.
and we've got proprietary mixtures that we make sure that they're hitting the consumption rate we want. But that's the advantage in a low moisture block or a cooked block versus the industry has other types of blocks. They have chemical blocks, which are hardened with chemicals, and then they have press blocks, which to me are like a giant granola bar. There's not really a limiter. They could eat the whole block in a setting if they really wanted to.
Right.
A cooked tub or low moisture block, they can only lick so much. And our recommended rate is 1 200-pound tub for every 20 head of cattle. And it should last 10 to 14 days.
For cows, but they can
For
also
cows.
be fed to sheep, goats, horses. I mean, it's a multi-species.
Correct. We make equine blocks, we make other livestock blocks, sheep, goats, and then we also make wildlife blocks.
Okay. So we're loaded up, fixing to head back to Oklahoma and get out of this Texas.
Well, I appreciate you coming
Texas
down.
State. But yeah, man, thanks for inviting us down. It's
Absolutely.
a lot of cool stuff. I can't wait. Like I said, we may come back and film the whole process of how these tubs are made.
Sure.
There's a lot of stuff that's way over my head in there. It's just decades of research and decades of manufacturing going into this stuff. But I'm excited to see how the goats do with these QLF tubs. I mean, I know they've really benefited off of other tubs in the past. In the wintertime, I've fed them for years. But anyways, I'm excited to see what the QLF tubs do. So if somebody's interested in buying some of these, how do they go about it? Because obviously you can't just go online and buy one and ship it to them because they're 100 and something pounds a piece.
The easiest way is we have a nationwide network of salesmen, and the easiest way is to go to QLF.com, type in your area, and it'll bring up the salesman in your area, and just call them and visit with them about maybe they have a local dealer or they have a dealer that they can refer you to closer to your home, and where we sell Ignite products by QLF.
So you can go to the website, somebody can go to the website and find out about all the different products offered,
Correct.
because there's, like you were telling me earlier, I think there's like 40 different tubs that people could, any specific tub they're looking for, they can go online, do the research, figure out what they want.
Correct.
So we're not, I just want to say this, we're not sponsored by QLF. They're not paying us to do this video. He just invited us down to see the factory. We met at our meet and greet at Leon several months ago. So we're just going to take a lot of this stuff back, test it out. They gave us a lot of tubs for the goats. They're an all-purpose tub, and some other stuff for deer and wildlife that we're going to do some testing on, some cool stuff. So I'm excited to try it out.
Well, I appreciate you coming down, and look forward to hearing from your feedback.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.
Yep, have a good one. So as you can see, the guys from QLF sent us home with a lot of really cool stuff. There are 2 different size tubs. This is, I believe, a 60 pound and a 125 pound. And we've got a whole stack of those. They sent some deer products, Big Daddy, Licking Log, and Acorn Inferno. So, and then I'll show you these later. This is a product that doesn't even have a label. It's so new. It's something they're just testing out for wildlife, for deer. There's no trash, we'll just say that. But I'm not worried about all the deer stuff. We'll get all that put out in front of trail camera soon. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a couple totes out, or a couple of tubs out for the goats. I'm gonna put one for the goats and one for Big Mac, our steer. And I'm telling you guys, I've told you for a long time, I fed molasses tubs for years. So it was really cool to have a company reach out to us and want us to test out some of their products. But as you can hear, the goats are hungry. So let's put out one of these tubs and see what they think. Get back, get back, get back. Hey, hey girls, quit. Hey, move, move, move. Get the plastic off first. Hey Isaac, buddy, is this stuff any good? You like it? What do you think, Skip? Is it worth eating? Well, I will definitely say it is Isaac approved. That guy, he's licking his lips over there. He loves it. It's got that molasses in it, so it's real sweet. So these are meant to be a supplement to your feeding program, to your grain or your pasture or your hay, whatever you're doing. It's a supplement. And as we learned earlier, they'll only eat so much. Their bodies know when to turn it off. But this is a really good supplemental feeding program for my goats. So be sure to go check them out at Quality Liquid Feeds. It's QLF.com for all their products. This tub that I'm feeding right now to the goats and Big Mac over there is the Ignite 25. So it's 25% crude protein. A lot of good stuff in it, a lot of good trace minerals. And obviously Isaac loves it. Is that good, buddy? You like it? Well guys, that's all I've got for today. Obviously the goats, as you can tell, especially Isaac, they're really enjoying that new tub. So be sure and go check out qualityliquidfeeds.com, and don't just think you have to be in that Oklahoma, Texas area. They sell their products all over the country. So you can look on their website, find a dealer close to you, check out their products, give them a call. They're so knowledgeable, way more knowledgeable than I am about feed. I'm like, yeah, I just give them some grain and some hay and a molasses tub, and they're like, whoa, there's a lot more to it than that. But so many different products they offer, I couldn't even begin to go down the list. So go check them out. I'll leave a link to their website down below. And as I said earlier, this is not a sponsored video. They're not paying me to do this stuff. Now, they did give us some products for free to try out, and but I really think they're a great product. Great people. It was a lot of fun. It was neat to get to see that kind of stuff. I love that YouTube gives us this opportunity to go and see how things like that are made. And I don't know, it's cool, it's fun, and we got some good quality feed product for our livestock for the winter time. So anyways, it's not wintertime right now. It's hot, I'm sweating. It is 5:31. I have to go in the house, shower. I have to be at work at 6. So time to go do my other job. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.